That better?
There you go, guys.
I think we ought to just talk about healthcare, though.
We're back on the Morning Brew with friends, and we got my friend John Franchini and Amy Dowd here with us this morning. And John is the superintendent of insurance, and Amy is the head of the exchange. And I guess yesterday was a big deal for you guys, right?
Yeah.
That's when open enrollment started.
Open enrollment started yesterday.
And for those of us in this world, I mean, what does open enrollment mean for you guys?
Well, open enrollment means it's a very important time of year. It's the time of year you can come out and shop for a new health insurance plan.
Why is it only this time of year? I've never understood that.
Yeah.
Is November what's magical about November? That's the time you have to do that.
Well, really there's federal regulations on the timing for open enrollment, but this year it runs from November 1st until January 31st. And if
so you got 3 months.
If you want, right, 3 months, and if you want to be covered by January 1st, you have to select a plan by December 15th.
Okay, and there's a bunch of plans available, and there's subsidies available. There's a lot of things.
Correct.
And this has been a big push for a while since the Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act was passed. You guys have had to be on this to try to get people enrolled, right, John?
Well, we've had to do a lot of regulatory work that we're not used to doing.
Yeah.
With the Affordable Care Act, and I will say that we have 4 companies on the exchange this year. We had 5 last year. We have 4 now, and all 4 of those companies are really dedicated to being available for all the public and the incoming policyholders.
Which company went away and why?
Blue Cross Blue Shield chose not to go forward because they wouldn't accept the 27% premium increase that was offered by the department.
That's right.
And they wanted a 51.7, which we could not justify actuarially. And so they chose to leave the exchange for a year, but they have a policy off the exchange which allows them to come back next year if they want.
Okay.
So we expect that we'll have 5 or 6 members next year.
Great.
But right now, four companies in the exchange is very, very good.
That compared to other states, it's like 4 more than some other states have,
It's a good
right?
choice. It's an excellent choice.
Yeah.
Compared to what we were 3 years ago when we really only had 2 companies that would write individual health plans.
Right.
And now we have 4, and they all want to write them. They have great doctors and hospitals all over the state and in the neighboring states, so they can provide the coverages that the people need.
Great. Well, how many people did the Blue Cross leaving the exchange leave uninsured, and do those people now have to find new plans? Is that what happens?
So it's about half of those that are enrolled through the exchange will have plans that are discontinued and will have to take action, meaning you have to go on to the exchange, shop for a new plan, make a selection by no later than December 15th.
Wow.
So.
And there are penalties with this too. I know a lot of people there are a lot of people who are kind of ignoring the law, right? And a lot of people who are unable to qualify, or there's a million different reasons people have.
There's
some of them are political reasons.
There's a lot of different reasons that people don't carry health insurance. But you are correct that the penalty goes up this year for 2016 significantly. So really get the information on how the penalty will apply to you, because you may find out that shopping through the exchange and buying a plan is more is going to be more cost affordable for you in the long run versus facing the penalty.
Absolutely. There are some really inexpensive plans too.
Yeah. Depending on your income and your family size, about 75% of New Mexicans who shop through the exchange have some form of premium assistance, and about 50% of them have premiums that are under $100 a month. So it really does pay to go out there, enter some basic information about your income and your family size, and you may find a very affordable health insurance plan for you.
That's very cool. Well, I'm the guy who gets worried about the worst case scenario in things, like what if I have to have a surgery, or what if I have to have something major happen, and this is exactly the kind of thing. And I know there are plans with pretty low deductibles too.
Yeah. There's a nice variety of plans on the exchange this year. And you're right, you never know what's going to happen. So it does pay to make sure that you have continuous coverage, that you don't have gaps in your coverage, and that you're ready for the unexpected.
Right. Well, I know that other states have had real challenges getting people on the exchanges there. And we're doing pretty well though, right? Our numbers show that we're
doing pretty good.
We're in the top tier there, right?
We still have work to do.
Yeah.
We still have work to do. But we are doing really well. In fact, we're reaching the uninsured. And this year we have a priority focus on the rural population, frontier population, and so we have a lot of outreach scheduled. The superintendent and I have been doing a statewide road show. We've been
Like this
all
one?
across the state. Yeah, we've been all across the state, and we're also going to have presence in a lot of malls across the state, and a lot more outreach
Very
efforts.
cool.
this
Is there
year.
still a lot of runway there for you guys, or are you really doing? Are you reaching a lot of people still? You think?
Yeah. I mean, it's a continuous focus, right? So we have a big concentration of outreach and across the state for this upcoming couple of months, and then we continue those efforts outside of open enrollment as well.
Yeah. Well, I know that there's a lot of people who basically politically have issues with the law. And how do you convince those folks, and how do you bring them into the fold, so to speak, about the law?
Right. Well, it's a choice,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's an individual choice to have insurance. So really, the role of Be Well NM is to provide access to information about health insurance coverage that may be best for you and your family. But ultimately, it's your choice whether or not you want to carry health insurance.
Right.
So.
Right.
True.
You know what? This is one topic that a friend of mine and I were talking about the other day. I'm on the exchange, and let me be an entrepreneur. And this was one of the things I think a lot of people are missing about it, is that I don't have to be tied to an employer anymore to have insurance. You know,
Right.
I can be a solo guy. I can run my own business and have this. I mean, are you guys hearing that more and more, or is that just me and my buddies
No,
kind
I've
of
heard that.
recognizing this?
I've heard that, especially people who are professional, semi-professional, and have special skills, have found that they don't have to go and work in a company just to get health care anymore.
Right.
They can buy these plans, and the plans are very, very reasonable. Our average plan, it's $183 a month, full cost for a 40-year-old male in a silver plan in Albuquerque.
Right.
That is unbelievably cheap. If they have any kind of credits, they'll pay under $100.
Right.
So people should look at this, especially people who are working, because they say, well, if I'm working, I don't qualify. Well, you still qualify. I would emphasize to everyone, look at the exchange, because they'll find that they can get great deals and great protection in the health care.
That's great. Well, we can find everything about it at
BeWellNM.com.
And it's pretty cool because actually you can find out all of the plans, all of the costs, all the deductibles, everything right on there.
Exactly. And there's new tools available this year for open enrollment. We just launched our new website yesterday, so go out and check out BeWellNM.com.
And you got till December 15th. And we got another 2 minutes before we'll be right back with more Morning Brew.